When you think of the early years of the revitalization of the men's lacrosse program at Liberty, one of the names that might come to mind is Tobias. Blessed with great size and vision, the 6'3" attackman made a name for himself harassing defenses in the MCLA. And like most athletes, he fell in love with the sport at an early age, but at a position he would not be known for.
I first started playing in probably elementary school, and actually played goalie for my sister, who played in high school at the time. So I would play goalie while she would shoot on me. And eventually from there, started going to a couple training camps, and just really fell in love with the sport from there.
As he grew in his skills, so did his interest in playing the sport at the collegiate level, and he was able to receive multiple offers from teams that wanted him to bring his offensive firepower to their attack unit.
That summer, before coming to Liberty, I had committed to Palm Beach Atlantic down in West Palm Beach, Florida. So me and my high school buddy were both signed to go there, and last minute just didn't seem right. I don't know if it was too far from home or what the deal was, but I basically just said, there's nowhere else I feel like I want to go. I came to visit here. My brother was going here at the time, and just felt right to come here, and was basically said, I won't play lacrosse in college, and fortunately that changed.
After finally deciding to come to Liberty, he would meet a group of guys that were equally interested in bringing lacrosse back to LU.
I didn't even bring my pads to school because I was done with lacrosse. So I actually met Mike Zampano at like a beach volleyball game or something like that, and he was like, "Oh, you play lacrosse?" And Z basically told us, "Hey, come try out." And we're pretty disappointed in the talent that was displayed out there. I wouldn't even call it a try. It was basically if you showed up and signed the papers, you kind of made the team. So really from there, we just that first semester was just everyone feeling out. Okay, is there any potential here? And I think we realized pretty quick there was a couple hidden gems that we just had to shake the rust off a bit, and just really regroup and learn how to play with each other.
I guess we didn't really know each other a ton. Like we hung out, from time to time once the first team was together, but it was mostly just through team functions and interacting on campus in the dining hall, stuff like that. I think where we really got close was that first season. It's really just kind of grown ever since, and becoming enriched by just hanging out, spending time together.
And shortly after the program was reinstated, the team would see that they would have some young talent that would be molded from adversity to build the foundation of the nationally known program.
We certainly went through some growing pains. It started out with having stapled tape as lines on your field, to within 4 years having a full clubhouse, your own field, a large attendance to every game, and basically just treated like a real D1 program.
I was fortunate because bringing a program back that didn't have, although we had history, we didn't have recent history, so bringing a team kind of from nothing, it can be difficult. Usually you're gonna have to slug through the first couple seasons with losing records and kind of getting beat up on, and we were fortunate. We went 4-4, which I always look back at as a huge blessing, and it was a great way to start Liberty back, and we kind of hang our hat a little bit on the fact that we've never had a losing season in program history, and Kurt was foundational in that. There's no way that we could have been as competitive as we were right from the get-go without guys like him.
Eventually, Tobias will be at the forefront of helping the Flames become one of the elite programs in the MCLA and the Men's Collegiate Lacrosse Association, where he would earn all SCLC Conference and MCLA All-American honors multiple times, and help the Flames claim their first SCLC Conference championship and Final Four appearance at the Division II level, before helping Liberty transition to Division I in his senior season.
What's always unique about being a part of something from the beginning, being there from the start, is that if you stick around, and ultimately see what comes from your hard work and your labor, especially a group of people. Like any success that we have now really is shaped by what a lot of those guys, coaching staff at the time, was willing to invest early on.
Hands down, this was the most growth I've ever experienced in my life, between the friendships and just the brotherhood and all those things. You can kind of trace them back to lacrosse, because this place holds a very special piece of my heart. The games are fun, and practice was fun, and goals and assists are all fun, but at the end of the day, it all comes down to the souls that you're interacting with on and off the field. So that was hands down the most valued thing to me.
As a founding member of the revitalization of the men's lacrosse team and being one of the best players the program had ever seen, it was only fitting for the former captain to be the first member since the program's reinstatement and second member from the men's lacrosse program to be inducted into the Hall of Fame.
I think it was more than well-deserving. I mean, Kurt was really a centerpiece, like I said, to the program in a lot of ways, and gave us a lot of ground to stand on. And I think the committee made a perfect choice in being able to choose to induct him.
Proud of the fact that that he's the guy that'll be going in as the first player that I've coached. He deserves it for not only his accolades and the things that he accomplished on the field, but just for the type of guy he is and the way he represented the program and this university off of it as well.
I'm going to be honest, that never even crossed my mind that this would have happened, to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Not to say that it's an awesome opportunity and just a really, really amazing honor to be a part of that. Because leaving Liberty and leaving Lynchburg, everywhere I go, I just can't talk enough about not even Liberty itself, but the lacrosse program and how that developed me as a young man. Again, just being able to kind of represent the program to some extent is just a huge honor.